Take one. Ladies and gentlemen, it has come to this. I made a real cooking video. Welcome to Taylor's Table. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for indulging me on Instagram with lots of love and support when I post cooking videos. It really does warm my heart and I just have so much fun doing it. Also, I would like to preface, I am not a chef, so if I do things wrong, I apologize. These are just simple meals that I like to cook in my kitchen, and now I'm inviting you all into my kitchen. Today on Taylor's Table, we are making chicken piccata. It's a really simple and hearty recipe. I think it's sometimes intimidating for people, but it's super simple, so follow along. So here's all the ingredients you will need. You need chicken breast, lemon for lemon juice, garlic, a dry white wine. I'm gonna use Sauvignon Blanc, capers, butter, and normally chicken piccata does not call for sun-dried tomatoes, but I'm adding it in to spice things up a little bit. Okay, first step, 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a pan. I'm sorry, I'm not measuring this. Okay, that was 2 tablespoons. And now I'm gonna put it on my stove on medium to high heat because the oil needs to heat up before I put my chicken in. Next, we have to prepare chicken breast. Normally, I go to my Sauté Brothers butchery section and they have thinly sliced chicken breast, or the lovely people at the counter will do it for me, but we are in a crisis time. I can't even find chicken breast, so I have to fillet it myself. Here's how you do it. Okay, so you wanna use a knife, put your top hand really hard on your chicken, and you're just gonna fillet it in half like this. Wow, that's impressive. So you have 2 thinly sliced chicken breasts. You wanna get really fancy with thinly sliced chicken breasts. After you do that, you don't have to, cover it with saran wrap, and then just take one of these things. You can pound it out. This just helps it get a little bit thinner. This is why I prefer when the butchers do it for me. So it's a little bit thinner. Okay, next, I put about 2/3 cups of flour in here, and we are going to dredge our chicken in the flour very heavily. That's how you get the golden brown crust. And then you're gonna come back here with me and see how we cook it on the stove. Okay, so now that we have our chicken coated in flour, we're gonna place it in the heated oil. You wanna do it about 3 minutes per side, depending on how thick your chicken breast is. Make sure it's all the way cooked, but that's how we're gonna get our golden brown crust. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes, and I'm gonna flip over my chicken breast. Okay, so I'm finishing my last chicken breast. While you are cooking your chicken breast, go to your oven and put it on warm, or 150 to 200 degrees, because you're gonna wanna keep your chicken warm while we cook the piccata sauce. Okay, so I just finished cooking my last chicken breast. This is how they should look, a nice golden brown crust, and then you'll go ahead and place it in your warm oven. And you wanna actually turn this heat now to medium, and then we'll cook the chicken piccata sauce, so come back to my table. All right, let's get into our piccata sauce. Like I said earlier, it normally does not call for sun-dried tomatoes. I'm adding it in just to spice things up. You can totally leave it out. But I chopped up half of the jar of sun-dried tomatoes into like little 1-inch pieces, 4 cloves of minced garlic, We're gonna use 1/3 cup of dry white wine. If you don't wanna cook with wine, just replace it with chicken stock. I'm gonna do about a tablespoon of capers, half a juice of lemon, and 6 tablespoons of butter. It's all going in that same pan that we just used for the chicken, so this is an easy cleanup dish too. Let's get started, come back. Okay, so normally you would put another tablespoon of olive oil, which you can totally do, but the oil in the sun-dried tomato jar is actually incredible, so I'm just gonna use that. All right, next we are going to saute our garlic and sun-dried tomatoes. So sun-dried tomato first. And then this is 4 cloves of minced garlic. You wanna make sure you don't burn your garlic, so just medium heat. And then the most important part of chicken piccata, scrape all of these brown bits off of your pan. That is so much flavor. Even if some of them are burnt, it's totally okay. Just like bring it all in. Okay, so this has been sauteing for about 2 minutes. The garlic is not burnt, it's fragrant. Now I'm going to, if you could smell this, ooh! Now I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of capers into there. And then I'm gonna add 1/3 of a cup of wine. Like I said, if you don't want to cook with wine, chicken stock is great. Maybe add a little more. I just cut my lemon in half. Just juice it right in there. Okay, so you wanna let your wine cook down and all the liquids and everything together. So this, we're gonna let cook for about 3 minutes and kind of let the sauce thicken a little bit. So it should just be on a low simmer. Okay, our sauce has totally thickened up. As you can see, if you draw a straight line, it doesn't come together. So just this last step here. Butter. 6 tablespoons of butter. Drop it right there in the middle. I'm gonna lower this heat a little bit. We're just gonna let this mix around, soak it all up. Okay, all the butter is all melted, so it's time to plate our chicken piccata. Okay, it's time to plate. I'm just gonna take one of my chicken breasts. Something that goes really good with this is pasta, which is what we're having actually tonight. Scoop a little bit of the sauce. And that's our chicken piccata. Thank you guys so much for joining me at Taylor's Table. Hope to see you guys soon.